This wasn't love.
There is a feeling many people know, the feeling of being the person everyone turns to. When someone is in trouble, they call you. When someone feels lost, they come to you. When someone's life falls apart, they knock on your door. And every time you open it, because somewhere deep inside it makes you feel important. It feels like love. But there is a question most people never ask. What if those people don't truly love you? What if they simply need you? Those two things are not the same. And this story is about the moment one woman finally understood that difference. In a small town near the ocean, there lived a woman named Elina. She was not rich. She was not famous. But if you asked anyone in town, they would know her name. Not because she was extraordinary, but because everyone needed her. If a neighbor needed someone to watch their children, they called Elina. If someone needed help fixing a garden, they called Elina. If someone needed a person to listen to their problems, they went to Elina. She always said the same thing: "I'll help." And she meant it. Not for money, not for recognition, but because whenever she helped someone, she felt something inside her settle, as if her life had meaning. Elina had a husband named Marcus. Marcus was a quiet man who worked as a carpenter. He had strong hands and a patient nature. When work was good, Marcus was warm and cheerful. He joked with Elina and smiled easily. But when work became difficult, Marcus grew distant. He stopped asking about her day. He stopped noticing how tired she was. He simply worked longer hours in his workshop, and Elina would bring him tea. Without him asking, Marcus would take the cup and say thank you, but he rarely asked anything in return. Elina told herself this was marriage. You take care of each other, and eventually things become better. Elina's closest friend was a woman named Rosa. Rosa lived at the end of the street. She had a strong personality and a life full of drama. Whenever Rosa argued with her husband, she ran to Elina. Whenever Rosa lost money, she came to Elina. Whenever Rosa felt ashamed of a mistake she made, she visited Elina, and Elina listened. For hours, sometimes late into the night, Rosa would leave feeling lighter, but Elina would sit alone in the quiet room afterward, exhausted. Still, she told herself, this is what friendship looks like. There was also a young man in town named Leo. He was 18. He had grown up without a father. His mother worked far away in the city. Leo was restless. He often got into trouble. Not cruel trouble, just the kind that comes from not knowing what to do with your life. Elina began helping him. She gave him small jobs in her garden. She listened to his dreams. Sometimes she lent him money. Leo often told her, "You're the closest thing I have to a mother." Every time she heard those words, her heart felt warm. She felt needed. She felt important. But she did not notice something slowly happening. While she was taking care of everyone else, her own life was quietly being neglected. One winter, Elina became sick. Nothing serious, but serious enough that she had to stay in bed for 2 weeks. For the first time in years, she could not help anyone. She waited. The first day passed. No one came. The third day arrived. Rosa visited briefly. She brought a small cake, but most of the time she talked about her own problems. Before leaving, she said, "You'll be fine soon. You always are." And then she left. Marcus tried to take care of the house, but after a few days, he began saying how much work there was, how difficult everything had become. Leo never came. He never asked how she was. One evening, Elina lay in bed staring at the ceiling, and slowly a quiet thought appeared in her mind. It was not anger. It was not bitterness. Just clarity. She remembered all the times she helped people, all the nights she stayed awake listening to others, all the times she ignored her own needs to take care of someone else. And suddenly she understood something. She had not been loved. She had been useful. And those two things are not the same. When someone truly loves you, they still see you even when you have nothing to give. When someone only needs you, they only appear when they need something. And when you become the answer to everyone's problems, people stop looking for their own answers. On the 14th day, Elina got out of bed. She walked into her backyard. Her small garden that had been forgotten for months. She pulled out the dry weeds. She turned the soil with her hands. She planted new seeds, not for anyone else, but for herself. That morning, Elina made a quiet decision. She would still help people, but not because she was afraid to say no, only because she chose to. The next time Rosa arrived with another story ready to pour out, Elina said, "Before you begin, I want to tell you something." And for the first time, Elina spoke about her own feelings. Rosa was surprised, but she listened, and something real began growing between them. Marcus noticed the change too. Elina stopped solving every problem before he even asked. At first, he felt uncomfortable. Then he became curious. He started asking small questions. How are you feeling today? What would you like for dinner? What are you thinking about? Simple questions, but real ones. Leo came back months later. He looked older, quieter. He said, "I thought about you when you were sick, and I felt ashamed that I didn't come." Elina looked at him and said, "People who care about each other show up, and you are old enough to understand that now." Leo nodded. For the first time, he truly understood responsibility. Elina did not become a cold person. She did not close her door, but she learned to open it differently, with choice, not obligation. And something unexpected happened. The people who truly cared about her became easier to see. They had always been there, quiet people who never asked for much. But before, Elina had been too busy helping everyone else to notice them. If you have always been the one who gives, ask yourself one honest question. When you had nothing left to give, who stayed? The people who love you are not the ones who need you the most. They are the ones who simply want you, not just what you can do for them. You are not a service. You are a person. And the moment you start treating yourself that way, you will see clearly who is truly there. Be kind, help others, open your door. But do it because you choose to, not because you are afraid of losing someone. Because sometimes choosing yourself is the first step toward finding real love.